Any other questions on that?
Well, I just want to get one thing clear.
Yeah.
When you do this test to check your heart rate, you should get it up to...
When you do the graduated cardio test?
Yeah.
Okay, here's what you do on a graduated cardio test. If I do a graduated cardio test for you, have you come in, you put a heart monitor on you,
Right.
put you on a treadmill. Let's start you off walking at a walking pace.
Yeah.
And I'd ask you how you feel between 1 and 10. And say 10 is, this is 10. 10 was this. Yeah, that's 10. 1 is, I don't feel anything. I'm barely moving.
Okay.
Okay, we do that for 3 minutes. I'd increase the speed, and again ask you. And every 3 minutes I'd increase until I got this. While you're doing that, I've got the watch part of the heart monitor. By the way, if you get a heart monitor, get the one with the watch, the wristband. Don't get the finger one. That does not work. I would see what your heart rate was when you said, at this heart rate you told me you were at a 5. That's your base.
That's okay.
That's how it works.
That's would be your workout heart rate, and that's what you would say, okay, I'm at that rate.
I'm at base. Yep.
And now I stop, slow down, whatever.
And try to maintain that heart rate for as long as you can.
Well, what I'm saying is when I want to check to see how my recovery rate is.
What you'll do is you'll just look at where your heart rate's at. And if you have a heart monitor on, go down to a recovery speed. So if you're at a jog, go down to a slow walk. Watch it drop. Just count it. Take the pulse at the time. Check the time until you've done 1 minute and see how many beats you drop.
So you measure recovery at base to rest.
Yeah.
As opposed to
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We want to get back down to that lowest rate possible. Okay. Any other questions?
That just all confused me. So, when you're looking at measuring your recovery in 55 seconds,
Yeah.
and you're shooting for the magic 30 now, 30, this is from the height of your...
This is from whatever maximum heart rate you attain.
Right, so if you're doing interval training, it would be
At
at the
30.
end of the 30 seconds.
Yep.
And hopefully you're not unconscious or you still got someone to help you.
Yeah.
And 55 seconds to a minute to back down from 175
You're 30 beats down
to 140.
145. You'll be 30 beats down. That may not be full recovery rate. Okay? That may not be where you go back and start. Usually it takes about 2 minutes.
But that's an indicator, a measurement
Yeah.
of how efficient or...
How much, that's a measure of how much oxygen the heart muscle is getting. Yeah.
So you may, when you return back to the 3 minutes of going slow on a walk, it'll drop further after that time.
Yeah.
Down to whatever.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah, probably. Unless you're at 145 when you start. I see people doing that. That depends on the size of your heart, stroke volume, and things like that.
So that is just an indicator.
It's just an
Every couple
indicator.
weeks you can measure it and go, oh, I'm here.
Yep. That heart rate is just an indicator. It just kind of lets you know what's going on in the body. That's all it is. It's not indicative of anything else in particular unless you know you've got a heart condition.
You were also saying that a method of finding your base heart rate is to go for a certain period of time and say, I'm still not feeling it, and then you go another period of time.
You can just go straight to that 30 seconds. If you want to get an idea of how well your recovery rate is now, get on the treadmill, sprint as hard as you can for 30 seconds. Before you start, you look at your pulse, sprint for 30 seconds, take your pulse, then time how long it takes you to get back down.
Right, I thought you were talking with them about how to determine what your base heart rate is.
That would determine your base.
So
If you wanted,
you say, I feel this, and you look down and there's your heart rate, and that's what
you can do that too. Yeah, because basically when I'm doing the cardio test on him, I'm doing perceived exertion on him. I'm just actually matching it to a heart rate, so that when we're done, what I do is I'll do a further calculation. I'll give him a range. I'll say your base is between 115 and 125. So when you're doing your base training, keep it between 115 and 125. And it's just to give you a number. It's just to give you something to look at.
Right.
Yeah, really, we're still going off perceived exertion. He's still telling me how he feels when his heart rate was at that level.
Right.
So you don't need to do a graduated cardio test. You can just straight go to perceived exertion, and you'll tinker it. Don't be afraid to adjust it. You know, if you're not noticing an improvement, you might try going slower and backing off. Because again, most people's inclination is to go a little harder than they should. So you might try backing it off. So adjust it, play with it. You're not stuck to anything in particular when you're just going off that perceived exertion rate. But there are tests you can get that will give you a number. You can talk to trainers and get an idea, and they'll give you an actual number. So
if you're on a treadmill, what would be a decent speed to start with, 3.5?
Yeah, 3.5. I want to start off at least at a good brisk walk. Try that first. That might even be too much, depending on the individual. You may have to back off of that. But a good brisk walk, between 3.5. If you're shorter, 3.2. You know, seriously, I have, you know, one of my ex-squires, former squires, just got married a couple years ago, was 6'9". 3.5 on him, he's like, he's walking into the thing. Yeah. Crank that up a little, will you? Yeah. He goes and runs marathons. I was like, man, that's not fair. So you know you're cheating?
It's a hammer.
Yeah.
Is he left-handed too? 'Cause
So any more questions on that? On cardio?
I do treadmill, bicycle, and rowing. And I noticed, like, for me, with rowing, I can row for, like, ever.
Wow.
And I mean, what's the big difference between the equipment? I mean, I feel like I'm pushing as much, if not harder, on the rower than I am on the other two.
But the rowing feels easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you, it's not equipment.
Yeah, well,
There's a big difference in the equipment, but it's that some of the muscles involved for fighting are the same muscles that are involved in rowing. So your body can go, oh, we can use the glycogen we've got stored in these muscles in order to get this task accomplished. I mean, look, the human body is a massively lazy thing. It's like water. It wants the path of least resistance all the time. I mean, all the time. If you give it an inch, it'll take a mile. It'll find a way to screw you over. Exercise is not about being efficient at all. Exercise is about being as inefficient as possible and forcing that body to go, hey, what? We can't do that. Like, yeah, I know you can't do that. Let's do this. That's cross-training. That's cross-training. Cross-training is all about that. You know, I got guys going, okay, I'm going to start my cross-training class, but I got to be able to do more reps. We're like, you're not going to get, you can't be prepared to do cross-training. That's the whole point of cross-training, is that when you go in and do that program, they got you all over the map. They got you doing exercises you never even heard of before, and have you doing it at an intensity level that, again, you're near anaerobic threshold. There's no way to prepare for that. That's the whole point. That's why it's a great system. That's why all the guys in the 300 movie, right? Everybody can do, I want that workout. I'm like, no, leave me alone. I don't have enough huge tires for that program in this gym. That's all that was a cross-training program. A really evil, formed in the bowels of hell. That those guys were on. So,
very well.
and they did. They got paid a lot to do it. Yeah. They paid me that much, I might do it.
When you're looking for other sports to get training ideas from, what sport do you think matches SCA fighting the best?
Boxing.
Boxing.
Yeah, I do a lot of boxing now with one of my squires. Boxing, yeah, footwork, endurance, it trains the systems that you need to have prepared for fighting. When doing my research on medieval fighting techniques and incorporating them into SCA fighting, discovered something, hey, fighting's fighting. The human body is the human body. It's been the same for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. So the same kind of things always come back around. And so boxing, first of all, even if you just, I mean, I do more time on a heavy bag than I do on a pelt. Just to develop footwork and develop combinations, develop that hand-eye coordination, and most importantly, the endurance, the stamina is the important part of that. And boxing is pretty intense. So boxing is my first choice on that.
So if you look at weight training routines for boxing, you think that those would be good weight training routines for
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Let me talk a little bit. So we'll talk a little bit about, about weight training for fighting in the SCA too. Weight training is kind of a different animal than cardiovascular training. It's not going to use the oxidative metabolism at all. You'll hear trainers tell you it will. It doesn't. It doesn't. If you know biology, you're going, what? How does that even work? You're not. Nobody. You're going to take 5 pounds and lift it. Do bicep curls for 10 minutes. I dare you. After 90 seconds, I've taken guys, huge guys, given them 10 pounds and said, made them curl for 90 seconds. They're in tears. They go, why does this hurt so badly? That's lactic acid. You know the pain you have the day after you train? That's not